coming to rock the gate today in Bellingen.
Yeah, happy to be here. Yeah, God, it's great.
Yeah, what have you seen here today that you've enjoyed?
Well, I mean, I've seen a community of people here in Bellingen that I think are just really starting at the kind of initial phases of understanding what a threat coal seam gas and all forms of other mining could possibly be to their community, and that, you know, if these folks don't get informed really quickly, then the threat's going to be here. And they're going to have a really difficult time, I think, stopping things once they've started. So the sense that I get here is that people are really wanting a lot of information, and they're needing some basic information on what the threats are.
You see an advertisement in the public notices of the paper. There'll be a blurry map, which you can't make hide nor hair of, and there'll be a notice that a mining company has been given the legal right to come into our region to prospect, to explore for minerals. So I started looking into it a little bit more, and the first cab off the rank was Anchor Resources, which is, at that point, was mostly an Australian-owned company. Nowadays, it's about 96-98% owned by Chinese interests. And what that company had done was it had set up an exploration lease across a decent chunk of the Dorrigo Plateau. And the more I started to look into this, the more I started to become concerned, and I started to hear rumbles from within the community. I started to hear people around Bellingen and Dorrigo and groups like the Dorrigo Environment Watch and the Bellingen Environment Centre starting to go, wow, we've potentially got a problem here.
And so it's a community that's just starting to mobilise, and so I want to do anything I can, because I'm still learning too, to kind of support that community.
So you're aware of the antimony licence proposal that's current at the moment in Dorrigo?
Yes, and also the fear of the gold mines, which are going to go on the Blix River as well, and the associated tailings dams that could take in contamination into the Nambucca River.
What Anchor had been doing was clearing the side of hills. So they came in with a fairly large bulldozer. They destroyed Shelley's organic pastures to come in to cut a big cut out of the hillside and to drill down into an ore body. To do that, they'd come across a couple of creeks, the headwaters of Wild Cattle Creek, which then happens to flow down from Wild Cattle Creek down into the Nambucca River and into the water supply for Coffs Harbour and Grafton. So all of the municipal water, so all of the town water supply from Yamba to Sawtell comes off the Dorrigo Plateau. 150,000 people need that water to be healthy. They need that water to be clean.
And I hear you're pretty famous canoeists?
Yep, we enjoy the outdoors. We love kayaking on both the Glen Creek and Nambucca River, especially on the upper part.
I mean, water is life. I mean, there is so little water on the planet that's available for all life forms. I mean, we're talking about less than 1% of all of the water on the planet is fresh water, and a very small fraction of that is available for us to actually drink and for wildlife to have and for our agriculture. So really what you're talking about here is gambling with all life form. I mean, it doesn't make any sense whatsoever. These mining companies are absolutely insane. And the people have got to get up and get in the streets and really say this is just not something that we can tolerate in our communities.
Toxic waste, they never die.
We'll get the land, and we'll get the water, and we'll get the air. That's what we'll get without toxic waste. Wellington says no to coal seam gas.
And tell your neighbours, lock the road.
Tell everybody. I mean, Lock the Gate is the organisation to really, go to get all of your basic information. And to support that group. They're doing fantastic work, and they've been fighting this for a lot of years now.
And what councils can do, if they establish a resolution to say, no, we don't want mining, councils have some legal powers to prohibit miners to use council roads. So I think that one of the first things that needs to happen is that Bellingen Shire Council needs to know that its community doesn't want mining, and that they need to establish a resolution. They need to say, no, on behalf of our community, we're not going to allow mining.
Thank you.